All right, y'all, so I cannot wait. Marvel is gearing up for a new iteration of the Fantastic Four for the MCU, and whew, the Fantastic Four has had quite the history when it comes to movie adaptations, let's be real. There's the 90s version of the Fantastic Four movie that actually never saw the light of day, so that never got to happen. But in 2005, of course, we have the iconic Chris Evans starring Fantastic Four. And listen, while it has its great nostalgic moments and I have a lot of fun with the film, is it a well-made movie? Debatable, but it's fun and it's a product of its time. So it is a fun version of the Fantastic Four, but then we got that awful Fan Four stick that came out in 2015, 2016.
It's fantastic.
What the fuck?
Woo, that was rough, wasn't it? I mean, listen, I don't even want to go into too many details. You already know from the clips and quotes. But now Marvel has a chance to perfectly capture their first family in a way that's digestible for mainstream audiences yet again, and will make them yearn for more of this family. So with Marvel Studios' Fantastic Four coming out a year from now, I thought it'd be helpful to cover everything we know for Marvel Studios' Fantastic Four so far. Who is in Marvel's Fantastic Four? The Fantastic Four cast and characters. Matt Shatman, director of WandaVision, will direct the Fantastic Four film, which I'm very excited about because him putting his stamp on WandaVision and that show with all its different eras and the way he depicted these eras, I think he could bring a lot of that great era depiction to this movie. Recently, Julia Garner was announced to be playing a Shia LaBeouf version of Silver Surfer, a lover of Norrin Rads who served with him as a herald for Galactus on one of the alternate Earths. While a casting for Norrin Rad hasn't been announced, there's some speculation that he could still be involved since, of course, she's his love interest. Lakeith Stanfield was said to be in the running and he seemed a little salty when Julia Garner got the job for the Shia LaBeouf version, but hey, maybe they're going to contact him for the Norrin Rad version. I will be down for that. But let's talk about the confirmed cast because, guys, we've got a loaded cast on this Fantastic Four movie. I am so excited for each and every one of these roles, and let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I know there's been a few squabbles about Pedro playing Reed Richards and Joseph Quinn playing Johnny Storm, but I can't wait, y'all. So we've got Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards, aka Mr. Fantastic, the genius, intellect, scientist leader of the team with the abilities to stretch his entire body. Vanessa Kirby is playing Sue Storm, aka the Invisible Woman, Reed Richards' girlfriend, later wife, with the ability to manipulate light and become invisible as well as create force fields. She's also a scientist in herself in a lot of versions of the comics, so I'm thinking she'll be a scientist and biologist here as well. Joseph Quinn will play Johnny Storm, aka the Human Torch, the energetic, hot-headed little brother of Sue Storm, whose abilities are to light his body on fire and control and manipulate fire and heat. And last but not least, Ebon Moss-Bachrach will be playing Ben Grimm, aka The Thing, an astronaut and Reed's best friend who was turned into a rock monster with a heart of gold. Apparently he's going to have a very comic accurate appearance, so I'm super looking forward to that. And Herbie is also set to be in the film, the Fantastic Four's robot companion. No official casting for Herbie has come yet. However, there's been some great names thrown out there. John Mulaney, but recently I saw an article that mentioned Henry Cavill as an idea, and I don't know why, but I love the sound of that. Have Henry Cavill voice Herbie. I'm so excited for that, y'all. Listen, I would love that casting. Let me know who you would like to hear casted as well. Somebody said Margot Robbie, which sure, but the Henry Cavill one has me sold. And yesterday, Paul Walter Hauser was added to the cast in an undisclosed role. Now, nobody knows who it is, but most people are guessing it's either Mole Man or maybe even Herbie. So far, those are the only concrete confirmed castings, and Marvel is keeping this one tightly under wraps, y'all. But a heavily rumored casting for Galactus is Javier Bardem, which appears to be all but confirmed. I mean, this has come out a couple of different times as a huge rumor, and at one point, Antonio Banderas was rumored to be Galactus as well, but I think that one is debunked if I'm not mistaken. Nobody knows if Doom will appear in the film or not, but there have been many ideas of who could be casted as Doom, and I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. There's plenty, but personally my favorite and what I would love to see as Doom is Nikolaj Coster-Waldau, better known as Jaime Lannister on Game of Thrones. I think he has the perfect chops for this. A conniving snake who started out as a good guy, started out as Reed's best friend, but now all of a sudden is going against him. Man, he's got that evil edge to him. I would love to see Nikolaj in this role. It's also been rumored that Franklin Richards will be in the film and will have a huge role in it as well. So what will Fantastic Four be about? What are some Fantastic Four plot details and other things that are going to be in the movie? Well, while the official plot of Fantastic Four hasn't been revealed, there's some details we already know about the film. With Ben Grimm holding the 1963 Life magazine issue, it confirms that the movie will take place in the 60s, and the current rumor is that it'll take place in an alternate universe from the main MCU, where the 60s are futuristic and more Jetsons-like. I love this idea as it gives the Fantastic Four their own setting and explains why they haven't been in the MCU this whole time. Nobody knows who the official villain for the film is, but with Shia LaBeouf in the film, it seems entirely possible for Galactus to be the main big bad. Maybe Silver Surfers versus the Fantastic Four? Hey, I'm down for anything. Now, Kevin Feige confirmed that the Fantastic Four won't be an origin story. They're already beyond their adventures, so with that in mind, maybe we'll get some kind of flashback sequence or some kind of quick explainer in the beginning that will, of course, bring viewers into how they became this way through Reed Richards' experimentation, but they'll be well established. And a rumor going around is that Franklin Richards will be born in the film and have a huge role in it. The Fantastic Four also opens up Phase 6, so 9 times out of 10 it will somehow set up events to come in the next 2 Avengers movies. When is Fantastic Four coming out? The Fantastic Four drops in theaters July 25th, 2025. That's going to be in the same month as James Gunn's Superman movie, so it's going to be a big battle at the box office for Superman and for Fantastic Four. The Fantastic Four will introduce Phase 6 and will be the precursor to the 2 Avengers movies. Now, when is the Fantastic Four teaser trailer dropping? Well, nobody officially knows, but usually they're about 5 to 7 months before the movie comes out, so I'm assuming that it'll be sometime December, January-ish, maybe even February to echo the release of the poster on Valentine's Day. So maybe even February, but thinking maybe December, early January. Will Fantastic Four be in Deadpool 3? Well, it's unlikely that this version of the team will be in Deadpool 3 because Deadpool 3 is already done filming and this Fantastic Four film is currently in production. However, with Deadpool traveling back and forth between the MCU and the Fox universe, it's very likely that the Fantastic Four 2005 team could make an appearance. We've already got Julia Garner coming back from Daredevil, so I could totally see 1, 2, or the entire team coming back in Deadpool 3. Michael Chiklis did debunk a photo that was going around of the Thing on the set of Deadpool 3. Doesn't mean that he's not in the film. So I'm super excited to see if we see them in Deadpool 3. That's what we know for the Fantastic Four so far as of the recording of this video. I'm sure at some point we're gonna know who Galactus officially is and maybe I'll have to do an update, but I am so very excited for Marvel's first family to be on screen again. Y'all, that Josh Trank version broke my heart, and I understand that it's not entirely his fault with a lot of studio meddling having to do with that. But man, what an unfortunate miss that was. I'm hoping that the MCU really brings the first family back in its glory and gives us a great depiction of Marvel's first family in live action. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments and any questions you have. If you got any more details, let me know as well. And the name is Leo Rydell. Here on Geekly Goods, we talk the latest in Marvel, DC, movies, TV. So if you're new, hook a brother up with that HBO special, the Help a Brother Out special. Hit that subscribe button, like, and comment. And guys, we'll see you next time on Geekly Goods.